What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels, back more diecast, and as you can see here, there is an absolute ton of Hot Wheels Fast and the Furious product in front of us. So I just got a bunch of new Fast and the Furious stuff, this 10 car box right here, the new 5 car set of these right here, the 5 car Dominic Toretto Silverline set. I filmed an unboxing, it was 45 minutes long, and I'm like, that's so dumb. These cars don't deserve 45 minutes because half of them, actually I think more than half of them, are repeats. There is absolutely nothing different about them than the cars that had been previously released. So I thought it was foolish to spend so much time on that, so we'll kind of redoing this video and focusing on the cars that are actually new to the series. So I know I've been lining up a lot of the other cars, like I have a whole bunch of the past releases of these, but since they haven't changed anything since the last release of all 10 of these cars, there was really no point into digging in. But I will show you the package and look at the castings, but we won't do like a thorough like inspection review like normal, just because they're just all re-releases. So this is the new for 2024 10 pack. This one does not have any exclusives. It just has 10 regular cars in it, as you can see here, and they've been cars that have all been released before, with the one oddity being the 50 Chevy Fleetline. However, this is actually the second time in 2024 that we've actually gotten that casting. It is also over here in this Dominic Toretto Silverline as well. So this just came out, and then it was followed by this. So when we look at all these and say, okay, what is new? Which one do I need to spend my money on? As a Fast and the Furious collector and a Hot Wheels collector, both diehard, you can skip this entire 10 pack if you have these cars already. If you are looking for a good, affordable way to get all 10 of these cars, which would be the Porsche. This is from Fast 4. This is Giselle's car. Released it at least one time before. What is it? I can't remember. Nala, is that her name? Her RX-8. Oh my gosh. Oh, we almost died. Almost had a cliff fall over there. Almost Tokyo drifted. Okay. This is her car from Tokyo Drift, the RX-8. It's the exact same release as the one we just got in the Women of Fastline. It even has a metal chassis, so you don't need to buy it. Same with the Lycan. It has a metal chassis. It was released actually in this line right here, also with a metal chassis, so there's no reason to buy it. S2000, again, same car as the Women of Fastline. Same thing with these. We are also getting another RX-7 in the box. Same thing with the Dom set, another Volkswagen, another GT40. This is like the 10th time we got it. Another NPC Hummer, the Charger, which we've gotten a few times, in the Fleetline. So this is the new one of both sets. So we'll take a look at this one that it came out first. This is in the 5 car silver set, the Dominic Toretto one. These, I think they're Walmart exclusives. I've seen them at Walmart and occasionally at Kroger, so I don't actually know where they're exclusive at. I don't think I've seen them at Target, but correct me if I'm wrong because you guys might have seen it at Target. So here are the 5 cars in there. You have the Fleetline, and then the rest of them are basically repeats. We have the Lycan. Mine actually came with a paint error. There's no headlights on it, where the one in the 10 pack actually has the headlights. And I did confirm that it's not just like them cheaping it out. I generally just opened an error accidentally. So it has no headlights on the front. This is how it would usually come. So if you already have it, you don't need to buy the 10 pack. But the Chevy Fleetline, this is cool. This was from, oh man, was it Fast 8? This was a major car. This was in the opening scene. They did a lot of action with this car. Dom drove it. It was his like cousins or nephews, if I remember right. They did the street racing scene. I believe it was in Cuba, where this car started out as a car with fenders and doors, and they kind of stripped it down for the street race. It was a wild street race scene because I think he ended up spraying nitrous into the turbo through the window backwards. I mean, it was just an insane scene. But this is a really, really cool car. This is not one I thought we were going to get from Hot Wheels in any shape, at least in this form, which is like missing all the parts because it has no doors, it has no hood, no fenders. So this is a cool one. This is actually a meant to be Fast and the Furious casting, just like this Charger. These are Fast and the Furious castings. This RX-8. where this RX-7 is not. That's just a regular RX-7 with like the Fast and the Furious paint. Same with the Hummer, same with the GT40. Those cars are just cars that have been branded into the Fast and the Furious line, where this is an actual car from the movie. So this is cool to see. It's got those like 5-spoke gold wheels on it. Looks really good. It does have the printer style graphics on it, but it looks okay. I think it kind of matches the like weird coloration and patina on it. I think this is a cool casting. This is definitely one where you have in your collection, and if you if you're sharing your collection with another Fast and the Furious fan, they're gonna know this is a Fast and the Furious car. Where like, I don't know, even this, I'd be like, this isn't even the right Porsche for the movie. That's not Giselle's Porsche from Fast Forward. This Porsche wasn't even out when they filmed that movie in 2009 or whatever. So like some of those, even the Mercedes, these like they're cool castings, but they're just like background cars. This is an actual car, so this is cool. The main character drove it. It was an extended period of time on scene or on screen, so really cool. I like this casting. It does have a plastic chassis. There you can see the bottom of it. All the cars in the Dom series do have the T11 build code or date code on them. And then when we look at the one from the 10 pack, it is exactly the same car. There's nothing different. It also has a T11 build code on it, or date code. I'm sorry, I keep interchanging those words. But the font is different. So that's one way, if you have both of those, that check them out before time, because you might be able to tell them apart. Like if you get them mixed up, sometimes it's hard to tell which release was which. So really cool. I like that one. The Challenger or the Charger was the other one. The Lycan, the RX-7 we've seen a million times. The Chevelle was another cool one I thought we should spend some time on from the Silverline Dom series. This is cool because this is the first time we've got this in like a basic form, or the Silverline. It does have a metal chassis, so these cars are around $4 each, which is what, $3-ish cheaper almost at this point than the actual premium. And this is the last time this car got released with this casting and premium. I believe this was back in 2021. Same casting and everything. I think the tampos on the 2021 on the premium look a little better. I think like the turn signals down here are too big in my opinion, where they're like more correct size on the actual premium. I prefer the wheels, the plastic tires myself, but this one probably might be a little more movie accurate because I think it had torque thrust style wheels on it, where these are more like Krager or Daisy style. In both the rear tampos, I think they look okay. The license plate tampo is a little bit different, but if you missed out on this one is a perfectly fine one to replace it with. If rubber tires are your thing, then go get the last one. This is from 2021, I believe. I think I said. But other than that, they're basically the same cars, just have different wheels. So not a bad choice. Like I bought an extra one of these because I really like this casting. I think it looks good. I like the wheels. I like this version, and metal body, metal chassis is pretty cool. The other Chevelle that they've used is the one that came out in the 1998 or 99 first editions right here. This is the same car, or it's supposed to represent the same car from Fast 4. This casting is probably more accurate of the car's stance in the movie, but I think I like just the overall shape of this one a little better, but this one's actually probably more accurate to how the car was in the movie. It looked a little more muscle car-y rather than just like slammed. So take it for what it is. Awesome casting. I like it. It looks good. It's got a mirror, which is cool, but I mean, it is what it is. So if you're into that casting, definitely pick that one up. The whole 10 pack, we've already gone over those. Those are repeats. And then let's look at the new premiums. So the premiums are right here, and we'll take a look at these real quick. So this is the Gold line, Car Culture line. These are $649 to $679 each. The card art looks really cool. So this is the Mercedes that Jason Statham's character drove in Tokyo Drift, and technically what? Fast. Well, it does say Tokyo Drift, but they replayed it in, was that Fast 6 or 7? At the end after the credits to show that he was the one driving this. Card art is really cool because it looks like that Tokyo Square that the movie was shot in, or at least like what was happening in. I do like that card art. This is an awesome car. So flipping this over, we see that there's actually 3 new castings to the Fast and the Furious line and 2 new castings to Hot Wheels in general. One of them is this Mercedes 500 SEL. The other one is the Toyota Land Cruiser FJ 43. So that one is an actual new casting for this, just Hot Wheels in general, let alone this line. So this is the car that Cypher's character, which is Charlize Theron's character in, I think it was, let's see which one it was, I can't remember. Fate of the Furious, so that would be Fast 8. This is the one that she's working on in the street when Dawn comes up and like asks her if she needs help, and then that's when her whole like enemy villain story kind of starts. But this is a nice casting. Again, if you're not a diehard Fast and the Furious fan or haven't kept up with all the movies, you're not going to know that this is supposed to be a Fast and the Furious car. There's no markings on it. There's no special, it's just an FJ. So it is a cool FJ, but it doesn't stand out to me as a Fast and the Furious car. So Hot Wheels has used the Fast and the Furious line to introduce a lot of new castings that maybe wouldn't have gotten developed outside of this line. So I think they're using it as just like a jumping off point to get new castings into their casting library, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just wish that we would get a few more cars that saw a little bit more of the limelight, more of the focus there. Like, I'm still waiting for the actual like correct bank heist Chargers with the plastic, like with the roll bar on the back, and especially since we got the El Camino with like the liftoff roll cage. I would love to get those. Like, that's one of my bucket lists Fast and Furious cars. Like that, carrying like those two cars in the bank vault would be so sick to have. But this is a good looking casting. The tampos are the graphic style or the printer style graphics. Not the best, but overall this is a very nice appearing vehicle, even outside of the Fast and the Furious line. It's done very well. The chrome wheels look cool on it. So if you're a Fast and the Furious fan or not, this is a nice casting to pick up if you see it. So the Land Rover, this one, again, it's a re-release. They released it one more time in like 22 or 23. It's the same casting. There's no differences on it at all. No tampo difference, anything like that. Same thing with me as Integra from the first movie. No differences. It's the same color. It has all the same tampos. I noticed on the new one just a little bit more pixelation on the decals or the tampos on the back bumper. And I don't know if it's just gone down in quality or if it's just a specific one. But if I had to pick, I would go with the older one because my version is a little cleaner. I don't know if that carries across all the cars that are being released right now. But if you miss out on the first one, this is the exact same. It just might have a little bit more pixelation depending which one you pick up. But no need to spend the money on the first one if you can pick up this one at cost. So next up, we have that beautiful Mercedes-Benz 500 SEL. This is a cool casting. I like vintage Mercedes in real life, anything 90s, 80s, 70s. I just think they have a very timeless look to them, and this is no different. It looks great. Hot Wheels did a really good job designing this. I like that lower lip, metal body, metal chassis, as all the cars in the gold line, the car culture line. It's got tampos out back, 500 SEL. They are the pixel style graphics, so when you get super up close, you can see that rainbow. I don't really like that, but this is a 10-footer. Like, when you bring it back, I think you can't see that detail as much on this one. So some of the cars really bother me, especially the white cars that get really pixelated and have like the rainbowy effects on them. I hate that. The silver tends to hide it pretty well. So this one actually doesn't look too bad, even though it does have those graphics, and the grille kind of has like a grid to it, which I think is kind of cool. Whether they did that on purpose, I don't know. The bottom here is those pixelated graphics as well. But again, if you hold it back here, you can't really tell. I wish they would stop using it, but it's definitely less easier to tell on this model than some of the other ones. Another cool thing is they have the window half down here, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know if that's a variant or they're all that way. I haven't really paid attention. I haven't been able to watch a lot of other reviewers' videos on it because I've been very busy recently moving and other stuff, but that's cool. I'm gonna have to check out some other ones that I have to see if they're all that way, but this is really killer. Again, if you're just a Mercedes fan, this doesn't say Fast and the Furious on it. This will fit in very nicely with your just regular Mercedes collection, or if you're Fast and the Furious, this would go very well with the Tokyo Drift, all the cars from that, because I think this one is a little bit like Tokyo Drift. We've all seen that one a million times. That is a very pivotal scene in the movie. So to have that car that also connects the later movies is pretty rad. So finally, we have the Porsche 911 Carrera RS 3.8. So I had to actually Google where this was in Fast and the Furious. I'm like, it's got to be some kind of warehouse or parking lot scene. Tokyo Drift, this is one of the cars that is sitting like this. Let me see if I can actually find card. So it's sitting like this. I think it's sitting like this, actually. I think it's sitting backwards. But they actually did the parking garage kind of card art on it. So when I can't remember what the character's name. It was Little Bow Wow. It was his character with Sean, and they're like going through the rotating stream of cars trying to find the Hulk car, and this comes down and is one of them. So this is cool. Again, if I just had this on my shelf, I would not think this is a Fast and the Furious car, really. Even myself, liking the brand, liking the movies, I would be like, where was that again? Just kind of like some of the BMWs that they've released, some of the other background cars, I'd be like this. I'd be like, what movie is this? It's like James Bond. There's like one of these in every James Bond movie. So, but it is a cool casting. So it's nice to have this release. There was a first release of this, and it was, what was it? Not the Urban Outlaw. It was like a very tech-ish, future-looking one. I can't remember, but I'll put a picture of it right here because I don't remember what it was. I missed out on that one. I didn't find a single one of those, and I got all these on eBay, like literally all of these on eBay, so I didn't see if they were in stores. I just bought a single one of them, but this car looks good. It's got the like more classic 5-spoke wheels on it. They're black with a chrome lip. It might be a little hard to see. The car is silver. It does have those like pixelated graphics, so you can see a little bit more of the rainbow. But like I said, silver, when you bring it back here, tends to hide it. It looks like it blends in a little bit better. The Porsche logo on the hood is okay. It's not the worst pixelated graphic we've seen, but it's definitely not the best graphic we've seen by any means. So side marker lights look okay. The taillights back here, the taillight panel, it does say Porsche. It doesn't look the greatest because it is pixelated as well, but when you bring it back here, it starts to look a little better. Again, the silver, I think, really helps hide it. So this is a nice casting. If you missed it from the first release, hopefully you'll be able to find it for the second one, especially if you're a Fast and the Furious collector, and then you can keep your collection up to date like myself. But this is a cool casting. I'm sure they're going to get a lot of use out of this because Porsches are so hyped up right now. I'm sure me or anyone watching this will probably not find this in stores because people are going to gobble it up so fast. But they all roll well. All the cars look great. It's just that the double, triple, quadruple, 5, 6, 7 releases of the same car, like the GT40. I don't know how many of these we've gotten now, but it's way too many. Like we've gotten 6, 7 of these, and we have yet to get the Pantera, but the Pantera is coming out from the same scene. So hopefully we'll get more Panteras instead of the GT40s, so we can actually like start to get some new cars in our collection. Same thing with the RX-7. It's come out so many times now, and it's coming out in basic, come out several times in premium. It's just, I don't need 10 of them in my collection. I love this line. I love Hot Wheels. I just don't need 10 of the same cars, and sometimes cars that actually look worse going through time. So like this is one of the newest releases. This was released last year in the like one of the Walmart 10 car sets or whatever, the single carded ones. This one was in the Women of Fast. The Women of Fast car, this is the same casting, same paint job, but the paint color is different. The detail is the same, but the color is probably more accurate to the movie. But if you go back to like every release of this car, all the different paint colors are different. They've taken, there's ones without the top tampos, there are ones without taillights. It's just, they just need to make a nice version or two and then move on to the next one. There's no need for us to get so many different color variations that aren't even correct to the movie. Like pick a good wheel and just go with it. So I've kind of said my piece about it a few times. I will say they are getting better at some. Like this is nice. It's nice to get these in basic, especially. But I'm appreciative of the new ones, but there's some castings I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see the GT40. I don't want to see the Torino. I don't necessarily need to see the Ice Charger. I like the off-road one, but we've gotten it several times, off-road Charger. There's just some cars I'm like, let's kind of move on and get some new ones going. So I don't know. Let me know what you think of the Fast and the Furious cars. I know we've gone over a whole bunch of them, and we covered a lot of things in a very short amount of time. I feel like that was 20 cars in about 20 minutes. So let me know what you think. Have you been able to find any of these, the Silver Line, the Car Culture, the box, in stores? Because I haven't. I've had to pick basically all of them up on eBay and pay extra, which sucks because I don't want to pay. I don't even want to pay for doubles in the first place. And then when you have to pay extra, it's like a double stab. So let me know what you think of these in the comments. I really appreciate you guys watching and sticking with me as I like moved and stuff. It's cool to be back making videos. I have a ton more stuff to do. No Fast and the Furious cars right now. I think I'm up to date. There's going to be another, 5-car Silverline set, and then the 5-car premiums are coming, but I don't think there's any more boxes or anything like that right now. So I'm gonna have a couple non-Fast and the Furious things coming up, some Matchbox trucks, 5-packs, Hot Wheels, just a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So I really appreciate you watching. This is Sam from 64 Wheels. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.